The UNSC is home to many military units. One of the most elite units is the Spartans. Although under the direct command of the UNSC Navy, the Spartans are effective on almost every battlefield. Their superior armor and training gives them an edge in combat over regular units, often garnering the nickname Demon by their fellow servicemen. Because of this identity as an elite fighting unit, Spartans go through rigorous amounts of training against other Spartans, honing their combat skills for whenever and wherever they are needed. Let's see what makes a Spartan. Because of their need to be combat ready at a moment's notice, Spartans are trained on almost every weapon. Like the battle rifle, a trusted 3-round burst rifle deadly in the hands of any Spartan. This weapon, because of its effectiveness at any range, has become a fan favorite amongst all Spartans, and is often carried as their primary rifle in any situation. The battle rifle's overall effectiveness has created a proficiency difference between the Spartans. This skill gap has led to an increase in banter with phrases like, "mad 'cause you're bad," and "that's not what your mom said last night," being uttered across the battlefield. Because of the battle rifle's effectiveness, other weapons, like the assault rifle, are no longer considered combat effective. Because of its lack of range and inability to strip shields quickly, the Spartans now load the assault rifles with frozen peas from Walmart and shoot each other while they're sleeping. One weapon the Spartans always pick for close encounters is the shotgun. Unlike the assault rifle, the shotgun's limited range has given it a niche role to fill. Mainly used in defensive stands, Spartans have found it most effective when protecting doorways. This tactic is so effective that Spartans will grab a bag of hot dogs and marshmallows and watch the doorway for hours, just waiting for an enemy to walk by, even if no enemy is remotely near them. Another weapon favored by the Spartans is the sniper. Known for its killing potential at great distances, Spartans have become deadly accurate with it. Unfortunately, some Spartans might try and take the sniper from their teammates through various means. Like this. After this incident was recorded, this Spartan was removed from active duty due to a lack of required IQ points. When the situation calls for heavy ordnance, many Spartans gravitate towards the rocket launcher for both its anti-personnel and anti-vehicle capabilities. But after mentioning multiple times that there is no such thing as a rocket jump, some Spartans still don't get it. But Spartans aren't just great weapons handlers, they're great vehicle operators too. With a plethora of combat vehicles at the UNSC's disposal, there is at least one vehicle every Spartan is familiar with. If there was any vehicle to be praised by its users, it's the Warthog. Useful in almost any situation, the Warthog provides both great offense and great defense for its passengers, although it is still susceptible to heavy ordnance. Because of its popularity, the Spartans have developed a communication strategy through the Warthog's horn. Although most Spartans understand the meaning of the horn, no two horn patterns sound alike, adding to its uniqueness on the battlefield.
10 seconds remaining.
Other versions of the Warthog, such as the Goshawk, are no longer on active duty due to being banned by the Geneva Convention because of its magnetic accelerator cannon causing inhumane dismemberment of its opponents. For Spartans wanting to duke it out in the air, the Hornet is their go-to choice. This vertical takeoff and landing vehicle gives Spartans air superiority and is most efficient at taking out enemy personnel and light armored to heavy armored vehicles. Still, Spartans have found ways to negate their superiority, either by bullying its less than competent pilots or by challenging it directly, where the pilot will become stunned at any sign of pushback. When it comes to killing everything, the Spartans gravitate towards the Scorpion. Functioning as the UNSC's main battle tank, the Scorpion has a sense of superiority when deployed, used as both the main combat force in armored assaults and an anchor point in defensive situations. The Scorpion's deadly nature is possible thanks to its crack Spartan operators, but sadly, not all Spartans are equally trained on this death dealer. Some Spartans are trained on Covenant vehicles too, like the Ghost, a rapid assault vehicle with plasma cannons and the ability to boost. Because of its boost ability, many Spartans use the vehicle as a ramming device in certain situations. A tactic Spartans like to use is picking up the invisibility power-up and piloting the Ghost, affectionately known as Ghost Riding the Whip. Another Covenant vehicle frequented by the Spartans is the Wraith. As the Covenant equivalent of the Scorpion, it employs a mortar cannon rather than a traditional projectile. This allows it to reach farther ranges, although with diminished accuracy. Due to its limited access to Spartans, there are still unknowns when destroying a Wraith. Some techniques are successful, while others are not. With their exemplary training and access to the finest military technology, Spartans are ready to face danger on any battlefield. Whether it be the Covenant, a ruthless alien force hell-bent on destroying humanity, the Forerunners, an ancient civilization lost to time except for very recently, or the Flood, an evil parasite where every living thing is its food source, the Spartans serve as the UNSC's best option when protecting humanity.